Welcome back.
Welcome, welcome. That looks like a Gallagher.
He doesn't. Isn't Gallagher the comedian with the mustache and the hammer, and he hits watermelons, and that's like the funny thing?
Yes, that was Gallagher.
I heard that he sold the act to his brother
Yeah.
after he retired. Like, I don't want to do this anymore, but he sold the whole, like, as like an IP thing.
Okay. Can our spotter ask Kyle how to pronounce his last name?
Koeppe?
No.
Gallagher.
I've heard it pronounced Gallagher and Gallagher before.
So the G is silent or the H is silent?
Correct.
If he said the G is silent, you can pronounce it Gallagher. Just to troll him.
Yep. You sure could.
Alright, that's bad.
No, it's all good. We spent the last round. Well, Taylor spent the last round getting tipsy, apparently.
No, I didn't. I ate Chipotle with you. I was with you the whole time.
Okay.
We were like a...
2 peas in a pod.
Yeah, sure. So Kyle's on Jund. We'll see what Kyle is on. Coming
Jund.
up here. Is this a Jund mirror?
No, Kyle's
Oh.
on Jund, though.
Oh, right. Skred? Oh, this could be good if he's on Skred. That's
Skred?
an interesting... Skred?
So this is interesting because
I'm Ron Burgundy?
the axis that Kyle Koeppe gets to fight this on is very unique. And the sooner he realizes what he's up against, the sooner he can start preparing for the Blood Moon.
Yeah, these Skred decks have main deck Blood Moon.
Yeah.
And I have long been interested in
The old Quad Moon.
in playing a deck that has a main deck Blood Moon.
Yeah. That seems very much like something you would like to do. Alright, so we have Snow-Covered Mountain.
I think that's a dead giveaway.
Oh, yeah.
I'm wondering if you could play some snow-covered mountains in like your burn deck just to throw people off.
I don't think that does much.
No, is Magma Jet's a live card?
Magma Jet's a card, but Molten Rain's probably the card here.
Do you bolt him in response here? If you're Gallagher?
No.
Or do you just hope he takes the bolt? Is that just the best card?
I don't want him casting this Molten Rain against me.
I'm just saying, is the bolt worth more targeted at Kyle or as a distraction during this? Have we narrowed it down to these 2 cards here? Boros Reckoner is another interesting one. I mean, this is a card I love to play.
So if Kyle has any removal in his hand, like he wants Gallagher to keep the Reckoner.
Alright, so Gallagher keeps the Reckoner, Magma Jet down. And I guess the Molten Rain, not a big deal in Kyle's world.
So Kyle has the basic Swamp in hand, which is good. He's going to need to find a forest at some point.
Sure.
Gallagher does not have the Blood Moon, which we know.
Here's a fetch land that's probably going to result in a basic forest.
He would be cheating if it did.
Or not a basic forest, in a forest. He can get a Overgrown Tomb or... Just, you just gotta get the Reckoner down now. See, if you play the Reckoner now, you force Koeppe to spend his... Ooh!
The old Molten Rain.
Yeah, I don't know what Koeppe expected there.
I think he was holding up mana for Bolt on the Reckoner, so it looks like that's what he was expecting, but
Sure.
no, sir. I think Kyle is a little bit underestimating these Molten Rains.
Uh-huh.
If he strings a second one onto this, that could be a huge deal. So now Kyle can't really deploy a threat. He could play out a Scavenging Ooze, but that just gives him a very good target for Magma Jet.
Magma Jet's in the graveyard.
So he chose Magma Jet. Okay.
I think Koeppe could be on the right path, on the right plan here, because I don't think Gallagher is going to deploy enough threats quickly enough to make the mana screw element important. Yes, you get the Reckoner here from the Inquisition.
Well, you only get the one choice, but man, that Pia and Kieran.
No, you can't. Yeah, there you go. Kyle is wishing there. So I think you just bolt the Reckoner here. There's no reason to take it and then...
Yeah.
Right, so the Reckoner's going to deal 3.
Perfectly fine.
It's a heck of a Magic the Gathering card. I'll tell you that much.
Oh yeah. That was a fun standard. And here are the Thopters.
And
Pa and their 2 Thopters.
And we have Maelstrom Pulse to deal with them. So it just becomes a
Mana Pa.
Right.
He's got to fire it off here.
Right. If you were to let Gallagher untap, then you would be able to use the sacrifice ability of the Nalars to get the... Oh, this is interesting.
We're getting thinky.
So now, if Kyle Gallagher keeps the appropriate mana open, he can use the sacrifice ability to get the targeted Thopter out of the way, saving the other Thopter. So that was an interesting turn there that Kyle chose to leave these Thopters in play. Because he's at a healthy life total. 16 is a bunch of life still.
Yes,
he
could have
easily
totally reasonable life total here.
Easily taken the 2 there. But now he's going to take 2 anyway and have less action going forward. There's just no reason not to. Yeah, there you go. So the big finisher in this Skred deck is Koeppe, apparently.
Koth is good. Batterskull, see some play in these.
Okay.
Both of which are pretty solid.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work to deal with them. There's 2 mana for a Scavenging Ooze, and he can get this one out of range now. Should Kyle have, a bolt available?
Cannot outgrow Skred.
Well, what he could do... Yes, he can't outgrow Skred. Correct.
Got him. I think Kyle Gallagher gets a free attack here with Ma and Pa if he wants it. If he has the bolt.
Right, the bolt's operative here.
I mean, Kyle's got to put him on having the bolt.
Concur.
So yeah, we can just attack him for 4 here, put him down to 9. You have mana to sack the 2 Thopters, put him down to 5.
Yeah, I think that's the line he sees.
It's a smart attack.
Alright, so this is where you wanted to bolt.
Yeah, you wanted to bolt in response.
Alright, let's see what transpires here. So if Kyle takes 4, he goes to 6. Minus 2 is 4.
Not in great position. Really depends on what Gallagher has in hand here. Keeping those close to the vest, though.
Concur. There's a Banefire.
Banefire for 4.
Alright. Koeppe's going to go to 11.
That was a
So
big
what happened?
Banefire.
Did he take 2 or 4 there?
He took 2.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry, he took 4.
Okay.
And then the Banefire.
So he'd be at 7? I have no idea. I assume Koeppe's at 7 here. If he took 4 after the...
Well, he took 4 on the attack. He didn't take 4 from the Banefire that went to the scavengers.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. He was at 10 before the attackers were declared. Right, yeah, Koeppe's dead to any lightning bolt here. This puts him...
No, I think he's at 8. I think the life totals are right.
I think the life total... Okay.
So now the life totals are right.
Okay, so he was at 13 at some point in there. Alright. So, let's see if Gallagher makes the play of sacrificing the targeted one out of the way. Yeah, goes to 6 there. Interesting, we're thinking about something.
Thinking about where to target it.
And Collective Brutality takes down P and Kiernalar.
The
I wonder if
neg
doing
2,
that
neg 2.
I wonder if doing that in the other order was the appropriate play.
Yeah, it definitely seems like it.
Alright. 1 to 7.
So Kyle needs a big draw here. He's got 2 in hand. I can't imagine what they are.
There's one of
Pretty sure one's a
Zealous
Skred. Zealous Conscripts would just be game here.
Right, it conscripts the Kitchen Finks. Alright, Anger of the Gods is Skred Bolt Anger. Now Skred Bolt. Man, and here comes Raging Ravine right past your Anger of the Gods.
Right into a Skred.
Oh, Skred an instant here?
Skred is an instant everywhere.
Here and in all other instances of Skred is an instant. Instances? See what I did there? Noted.
Man, Koth off the top.
Koth of the Hammer.
Make a 4/4. Beats. And the bolt.
Bolt to finish.
And
right.
a bolt on top.
Interesting. That game was swingy.
Was it?
I felt like Gallagher was in control of it, but then the turn that Koeppe cast both Maelstrom Pulse and Collective Brutality, he regained control of it and was like gonna win this game. Because Anger of the Gods didn't look like it was saving Gallagher.
No, it. So if you would have sequenced Collective Brutality Maelstrom Pulse differently, I would have agreed with you.
Okay. Alright, so sideboarding here, you bring in, there's probably no more Abrupt Decays in the sideboard anymore.
Probably not. There might be a second Maelstrom Pulse.
Okay, which would be very important.
Yeah, that's a solid one.
You wanna play water in this format too. Staying hydrated, critical.
Is it though?
No, that's fine. Just be dehydrated. That's
my life.
Are you on the dehydration?
Yeah, the dehydration diet.
Just the motor oil you're in. It's
Yeah.
just dark and yellow. It's like orange.
Yeah.
That's how I know I need to quit drinking certain pops. Is that after I drink one like like Mountain Dew's Amp, literally it just like glows in the dark. I'm just like, what the fuck is that?
I drink like 3 liters of water a day.
Oh really? Noted. I try. I get this.
Yeah, I stay moist, bruh.
I get this one down. I've already had a half of one of these today. I had a half of one, filled it back up before leaving the house, and then
Drank another half of
went
one.
to work. Yeah, well, I'm almost done with it. We'll get it done by the end of the night.
Chug, 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 chug. You got this. Keep going. Keep going. Finish that thing off. Do it. Make your mama proud. Oh, he failed.
It was the making mama proud that got me and started laughing. I had about 300 mLs of water left, and I was gonna try and kill it for posterity.
For you guys.
Yeah.
For the stream, we were gonna kill it.
We're gonna kill it. Man, so the Skred could go to 3-0 here. Collect some store credit.
Yeah, no, Skred's solid in a room full of Jund.
Yeah, man, I love the fact that these. I don't think Skred's my favorite one of all of them, but any deck that attacks Jund that isn't Tron, because that deck's just annoying to watch. There's just nothing good going on there.
Tron?
Yeah.
Sure.
I love the Bant Eldrazi deck. I love the Skred deck. I love the the Sun and Moon decks.
Mm-hmm.
Are really cool.
Are they?
Yeah, with Nahiri and you just kill him with an Emrakul.
Yeah, okay.
How fun is that?
Not very.
No?
No.
Alright.
So you have like this, a veritable harem of unfair decks in Modern.
Okay.
And then you have like the very few decks trying to interact on a fair axis, of which Jund is one.
Okay.
And you want the decks that hate out the fair decks. That's what you want.
Correct. You've just misnomered it.
I didn't misnomer anything.
So these fair decks are just the less powerful decks.
That's not true.
No, that is too true.
That is not true.
It's plenty true.
They're decks that do fair things like attack with creatures.
My Eldrazi deck attacks with creatures.
Yeah, your Eldrazi deck's a fair deck.
Is it a fair deck?
Yeah, but it's not a fair deck that's built to beat the unfair decks. It's a fair deck that's built to beat the other fair decks.
You're right. You think the Eldrazi deck, you can count the Eldrazi deck amongst the fair decks?
Bant Eldrazi, 100%.
Are the Tron decks fair decks?
No.
Is this Storm deck a fair deck?
No. Are you kidding me?
I'm trying to figure out your
In what
definition
world
of fair.
is Storm ever fair?
Listen, in my world, nothing's fair. Literally,
Life
life
is not fair.
Literally, life is just
I mean,
pain and making the best of what you got.
yeah, I would agree with that.
All right, Kyle's on 6, but he's got
A one-lander. This is a
Blackcleave
very dangerous proposition against the Skred deck.
Inquisition. I think he's following it up with a Thoughtseize, too. Here's an Anger of the Gods. Oh, Stormbreath Dragon?
Kyle also on the one-lander. Man, these people need to enroll.
We need to get him enrolled
Yeah, let's get them
into
enrolled.
the Mulligan Academy.
Yeah, we recently got our accreditation, so we can officially call it an academy now.
Glad Daniel Nelson, you have the owner, proprietor, the exploiter of my labor out there on the keyboard tonight. So he's thanking the crowd.
Okay, yeah. Thank the crowd.
Oh geez, all right, Glorious. It's you got aggressive, but all right. Yeah, glad he's out there. Glad we got a strong one tonight. We don't have to deal with Jake shenanigans.
Of which there are many. All
Of
right.
which there are many.
Kyle did draw a second land, timely.
On turn 2.
That's
Generally, the
right
turn
when you need it.
Generally, the turn you want your second land. And here's a turn Koeppe.
Yeah, sometimes you have to run a Goyf out as a 3/4, no biggie.
On turn 2, it's not a big deal.
So this is the clock that Kyle needs to beat this Skred deck.
Concur. Looks like Kyle got a second land as well, so we got second lands for all the Kyles.
Kyle's got a third in hand. He's got runner.
Can't beat that. So, alright, here's a Thoughtseize. Now this is a big deal because he's going to be able to get the Pia and Kieran Nalar, which is probably the best card at stopping his Tarmogoyf. I don't think the Dragon matters that much.
Dragon.
Because this Terminate's just going to one-shot the Dragon, but the Pia and Kieran Nalar goes wide, making Terminate not as good a card.
Yeah.
So you got Sorcery, Creature, Land. It's 4/5. Coming across for 5.
So now Kyle needs another land
Gallagher
to deal with this Goyf.
Yes, we have the Anger Bolt. Getting 6 damage in there.
But Kyle has the Inquisition, and if I were a betting man, I'd say he's firing it off next turn, knowing full well what's in Gallagher's hand.
Sure. Look at this Jund deck functioning on 2. Oh, man. Here comes a Magma Jet.
Magma Jet the Goyf.
Face of Kyle Koeppe. And a Lightning Bolt.
These are going to the Goyf, I believe.
Oh!
And he gets a Scry too?
Alright, so now we're playing the top of Kyle Koeppe's deck against
Stormbreath Dragon.
Stormbreath Dragon. He actually needs...
And a Scry too, both on top. Holy smokes.
I wonder if it's Mountain.
That's so scary
Mountain
if you're
Cough.
Kyle.
Well, he actually can't cast this Terminate yet.
No, he can
Here's
cast this Goyf.
Okay.
I think Gallagher took a hit from this Goyf before, and is now at 16.
He did. I think he took a hit from Goyf number 1.
Oh, man. Pia and Kieran peeled off the top.
I don't know if it was peeled or if it was scried there, but
it was scried.
Oh, man, and here's the swamp he needs to be able to kill this Stormbreath Dragon on sight with this Terminate. Yeah, so you want to pass here. So now, at the end of turn, Koeppe has the choice of bolt the Nalars or terminate the Dragon, should that be the play from Gallagher.
Alright, we've got the bolt.
Here's the bolt on the attack. Interesting.
Just passes the turn.
Just pass-aroo. Pass it on.
Skred here finishes off this Goyf. Not in the cards, though.
Alright.
3 mana for a Blood Moon. Does nothing here.
Alright, so Kyle's on Mountain, Swamp Forest.
Oh man, this Colgan's Command is a heater off the top.
Concur. Can you imagine Colgan's Command getting back your Tarmogoyf and having him if he like draws land, I guess if he draws land, you're gonna get Dragon. I would just keep pounding in with this Goyf. Just pound away at him.
Keep pounding.
Just hit that life total, man. There's no reason to. No reason to do anything else. Oh, and he's gonna even stay calm with the Colgan's man and just chill out.
Yeah, you don't need to rush anything. Keep it nice and calm.
We don't need to rush anything. Everything's
copacetic.
Cool. Nothing's wrong here, man. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't even have to kill it now.
Yeah, you do.
No, you don't. Because you had him dead next turn. You have Bolt Colgan's command.
Oh, sure. Oh, another running dragons. Alright.
The dragons were going to be running.
Well, okay, so we had 2 loose keeps there.
Yes, we need to enroll these folks. Kyle's was alright, but you're up against a deck that runs main deck Molten Rain. You probably don't want to keep a one-lander.
Sure. I'm wondering, his main deck Molten Rain seem sketchy. Normally, I've seen these Skred decks have Mind Stone in them.
Okay.
And haven't seen one of those from Gallagher. Gallagher. And I just I think it would be super important.
Super important? Or just like regular important?
I mean, super important. So it makes your turn your Koth on a turn earlier, gets this dragon out a turn earlier.
Oh, my Koth always turned on.
It makes your mana base better, and you just don't have that many early plays. Like you have Lightning Bolt, Magma Jet,
Skred.
I mean, do you really want to
Reckoner.
Do you want to? No, I'm talking about 1 and 2. Do you want to cast Skred for 1 or 2? I mean, maybe on a Noble Hierarch.
Yeah.
But I'm not like super interested in it.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
All right. Well, Wyatt, maybe you can come to Game Swap Mesa one time and meet Kyle. You can tell him of your admiration for his height and dashing good looks. Kyle's gonna make sure this card smells all right before he plays it.
Probably didn't smell too good.
All right.
Because it's now in the yard.
All right. Smell you later, Skred.
Whew. This is also a suspect keep from Kyle.
It's okay.
It is not okay.
No? This is what I'm saying. Like, if this hand had a Mind Stone in it instead of one of these mountains, it would be like a very good hand.
Okay. If it also had a Skred instead of one of those mountains, it would be a very good hand. Or a Palaka Worm.
Why are you just being contrarian with me?
I'm not being contrarian. I'm just saying, like, that's not a good indicator of how good his hand is or how good Mind Stone is in this deck. I agree that being able to ramp up to your 4-drops is solid, but I don't think it's necessary. And taking a second turn off to ramp into the 3rd turn can just be death in Modern. Like, that is a thing. You can't just die.
I'm saying that the deck doesn't have that much to do on the 2nd turn anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you're playing defense.
Right. So if you're playing against a deck where you have to play defense, you obviously, you don't jam out this turn 2 Mind Stone, but it's not like I'm saying replace Magma Jet with Mind Stone.
Well, what do you want to replace?
I would probably cut like 2 mountains, play 2 Mind Stones, and find like 2 other cards that he has like 6 of or something. I'm 100% sure.
I don't think he has 6 of any cards in his deck.
I'm 1,000% sure that I can find
a card that he has 6 of in his deck?
No, 2 cards in there that I want to cut from that deck.
I have no doubt that you can do that. I have faith in you.
Then you know my average disdain for a Magic card. The opinion out of the chat is he should be at 18 lands with 2 of them being fetches. Alright.
I think that's a pretty standard Skred mana base.
Yeah, if you're going to play 5-drops with 18 lands, you 1,000% need these Mind Stones.
1,000%?
1,000%. You need 10. I'm 10 times sure that you need these Mind Stones.
Wow.
Question is Koeppe going to take a hit from this dragon that's coming down? You going to take 1 hit and then Maelstrom Pulse it?
Koth ramps you.
Koth does ramp you, but you still have to get the 4. I mean, the burn decks barely play 18.
Ooh. And here's the Koth.
Koth of the Hammer. So Kyle's going to go to 12 on the Koth here. And I think we're going to see a bolt at end of turn. And then you get to split the attack. Because we know the last card is a dragon. Ooh, that's a big one. It's a big hit.
I think he has 3 cards.
Oh, 3 cards. Okay. We know one of them's a dragon. All right, Koth down. Here comes Liliana.
Liliana plus here leaves him pretty susceptible to another Koth draw.
What's the red card in Kyle's hand? Is it a Chandra?
Yeah.
The new one?
The Torch of Defiance.
Alright. I would have discarded that one as you can't currently cast it.
Sure. He's the one to let Gallagher in on his sweet tech, though. Here's another Koth.
Alright. And this one's going to put Koeppe to 5. Now here he cannot afford to take a hit from this dragon. There's the Terminate's going to ensure that he will not in this. Okay. So this is good. He can Inquisition the hand, and then no, you don't want to Liliana first. You want to Inquisition the hand first. See if you can get one of the cards, and then Liliana it.
That puts you down a card if you whiff, though.
That's fine.
And if
it's not like he's gonna. Okay, so say you hold the Inquisition, or would it be your card that you discard? Okay, yeah. So now you plus Liliana, you discard your Chandra because tech be damned.
Tech be damned.
And now do I Maelstrom Pulse the Koth? That's the question.
You have to just kill the Koth for sure.
He's chosen not to Maelstrom Pulse the Koth.
Alright, so Lightning Bolt off the top wins the game for Kyle.
Kyle's at 3, and if
anything less,
if Gallagher blanks here, Koeppe wins the game. Alright, so now
Koeppe doesn't win the game.
No, now we have to survive the goes to 1. Oh man.
Very surprised he did not terminate his own Bob, just to be sure. I guess they couldn't kill him then.
Alright, that was such an interesting match. There's a lot of ins and outs on that one.
Yeah, all 3 of the games went right down to the wire. Kyle, I think, could have benefited from enrolling into the Mulligan Academy, but other than that, very close games.
Very close games. The Jund cards didn't. I felt like they were all usable, but they weren't all premium. Whereas normally you're in a matchup and all the cards are premium. Like every card has its purpose, and you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So it was very interesting. We're gonna take a little break here. We're gonna find you a nice round 4.
Yep. Zachary Creamer, get him ready.
I think we're gonna give Zach. Let's try to give Zach a break this week. There's enough tables out there that we can find somebody else. Okay? Maybe Mark Lara will come on.
Don't want that.
All right. We'll see you in a few minutes.
All right.